for you to call in case you'd want to ask anything about your skin and anything about makeup. This is the conversation that we're going to have on Her Say. Remember, most of the times makeup would be associated with ladies, but we say that, you know what, long gone are those days. And when we're talking about evolution, we're talking about evolution acknowledging that over time, men have as well embraced the world of makeup and basically the beauty standards in the country and beyond. And so that's what we'll be discussing this evening, such that we understand how much you can make, you know, out of that in terms of money, of importance, just how good can you look for as long as you're doing your beauty and you're taking care of your skin as should be. The ladies have already introduced before we went for the break, but I'll give them, you know, a minute or so to take the conversation or perhaps the introduction a notch higher as well. You know, Rose, you must want to at least acknowledge the ladies that accompany you tonight.
Yes. Awesome. My name's Rose Tundu, CEO of Makeup by Rose and Rubiela Beauty. So I'm a beautypreneur, that we've coined that. I do both skincare and makeup. Apart from running the first makeup school in Kenya, also do makeup consultations, skincare consultations, and also I manufacture my own makeup and skincare products.
Nice.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen her for the longest of time, perhaps looking as pretty as always. You want to ask yourself, is this makeup
so
or, you know, is this taking good care of your skin?
Yeah.
Maureen?
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Maureen Nyaga. I'm an esthetician, founder of Thrive Beauty and Spa. I'm a skincare consultant, so we do a lot of skin analysis, understanding why the skin is how it is, and giving the services to both men and women. Yes.
And you know, most of the times as ladies, when you march into a salon or perhaps you know, a beauty parlor, you really want to almost tell the person that is working on you, nifanyie kama yako. Yes. I want to look as good as you know you are.
Yeah.
Because then it will not make sense if you're going to tell me that, oh, this is how I should take care of my skin. And really, it does not reflect on whoever is working on you. I mean, it is quite evident, don't you think so, back at home? So yes, the ladies are doing it, and they're doing it just good. And so we get into that space shortly. But we have Aggie on the other side. Aggie, you have your mic? Not just yet. Okay, Rose, you have the pleasure of introducing Aggie.
Yes. So Aggie is one of my makeup artists at Makeup by Rose. She's working on Nyawera, and so like right now what she's going to do is just achieve a simple makeup look which someone can do every day. Because makeup, we say makeup is not foundation and colors and all that. Makeup is just meant to enhance how you look and feel, not to change how you look.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, it's supposed to make you look angelic, prettier and all that, but basically it should be as original as possible. We'll be getting to Aggie shortly to just get to know what she's doing on her client this evening. But before then, ladies, ours is the business of just understanding how much makeup has evolved over time. And we come to you, Maureen. Just what would you say in relation to the beauty standards as it stands today? You know, let's begin by what is playing out in the country. And you've been in the game for quite a long time. Sometimes some of these changes get us a bit scared, but reality is that we have to catch up. And even as we catch up, we hope that we are doing the right things.
The thing is, we have to move with the trend.
Yeah.
So makeup that used to be done back in the days and what you're getting right now, like Rose said, you're not supposed to change.
Yeah.
It's supposed to enhance how you feel and how you look. So that's the first thing first. And then another thing is, how do you go about your makeup? And even when you're done with your daily makeup, how do you take care of your skin after? Because you know that some of the things that we advise from my point of an esthetician is, please do not sleep with your makeup. Wash your face. How do you take care of your face? What do you wash your makeup with? Makeup is not bad. Makeup enhances how you feel and how you look. But how do you take care of it after that? Because what you feel and how you look is very important. But what happens at night when you're not wearing makeup? How do you protect your skin? What do you apply after? Because during the day, it's more of protection. At night, it's more of repair. So people need to understand some of the things they need to do after the makeup.
All right. And even before the makeup, is it important that we get to understand that, well, I want to get into this space of makeup, perhaps because of what it is that I do, and therefore I have no choice. Is it proper to do, you know, some proper skincare analysis before, you know, getting into the world of makeup?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Whether it's makeup or just skincare services, you need to do a proper analysis, do your research, sit down with the books, understand what it takes and what it requires. Yeah.
All right, Rose,
Yeah.
you are a beautician and as well an owner of, a line of beauty products. And you have been here long enough, like I started by saying, you have witnessed the evolution of makeup or beauty standards, in the country. Just how has this impacted your industry over the years?
Like when I started, there were like 3 or 4 makeup artists. It was really hard getting into the industry, and it was just, at that time we were not putting a lot of effort, even when you went to a client. But these days, the way it's changed, it's like women have woken up. Like before, it was like we were kind of like forcing ourselves on clients. It's like looking for the clients. Right now, it's like women eat, sleep, wake up, makeup. It's just, it's a serious thing. It's a serious business. Some women would rather go hungry, but wear a lipstick. Because the one thing that I keep saying is makeup and beauty is very personal to women. Right. Before, when we started, for women, it was just, I need the Irene, you remember the green lipstick?
The green red.
Yes.
It sounds too
so
red, yeah?
Before, it was all about, just a lipstick. And then we went to the eyebrows. You remember when people would draw that Kawan line and stuff like that? But right now, women have woken up such that beauty is very personal to them. Like when a woman puts on makeup and looks in the mirror, she feels alive. So it's completely different. Right now, beauty to women is very personal. And for us, as the people in the industry, we understand that and we keep trying to develop and come up with new techniques, new services, like she said, and stuff like that to just cater to the different skin types and to the different women. Yeah.
All right. And I like what it is that Rose says, Maureen, that over time, people have embraced this, that over time, we have gone beyond Irene. Yeah. We have gone beyond, we still value those products up to date. Sometimes you would find someone getting into the stores and figuring out, is there a way I can get an Irene somewhere? Because there was just a magic that this kind of thing used to do. But in your own experience, what are some of the most notable shifts that we have gotten to experience and observe, especially when it comes to the societal perceptions about beauty and the beauty products?
Now, when it comes to beauty and beauty products, what I tell people is, please know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. What works for Rose might not work for me. And know what your skin needs and requires and know your skin concerns. Don't just walk into a shop and say, I want retinol, or I want vitamin C, or I want niacinamide. Do you really need those things? And why do you need them? So those are some of the things I encourage my client, all my friends, all anyone, know what your skin needs first. Before anything else, don't be too rational, because everyone is putting on vitamin C. Don't think you need it without knowing why you need it. Yeah.
Or, just where do I go to make sure that I know some of this information? And I know most of the people will tell you go online, but you'll also agree with me that there's so much information that can get you confused in the process.
Completely.
And therefore, where does one get to go?
Do your research. Like you said when you started, when we experience client walking in and they tell you, I want a skin like yours, you tell them, you know what, you need to be very patient. So you do your research, find out how long has this person done the services, how long it has taken them for them to achieve what they have, and how long it will take you. What I tell people is beauty is not an overnight thing. It is a walk. It is a walk that we walk together. It is a journey that we walk together, and we are committed to it. Right. It's baby steps. You start small, and slowly by slowly, you have...
I am keen to, or perhaps I am tempted to ask you, just how long have you walked this journey, such that now you're going to tell someone, what, it's not been easy. I didn't just wake up and I was looking all this good.
It depends, because skins change as we age. What I used to use in my 20s is not what I'm using in my 30s. It's not what someone else is using in their 40s. So it's a journey that keeps on evolving day by day. So whatever, if you're in your 20s, talk to your esthetician. Understand, what do I need in my 20s? What do I need in my 30s? In my 40s, when I get there, what will I need? Okay. So be aware. Right. And it's, like I said, it's a journey that you, the client, and the esthetician walk together. Yeah.
And Rose, you sell products, like you say. You manufacture some of these. And I can imagine the the delicate aspect that comes with that.
Yeah.
The fact that you really want to release products that are worth to the market. And sometimes then you have to do a lot of testing to make sure that this then is the right product that you're releasing to the market. Just how is that kind of journey?
It's a very interesting journey. So I started my journey, my career 16 years ago.
Yeah.
I started manufacturing my products around 10 years ago. Yeah. So for me, before it was just a dream, where I wanted to have my own products. And then slowly clients kind of like started guiding me. It's like I was kind of like a client would come in with a problem
and feedback,
and then I would want to make a product to kind of like take care of that issue, like hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. So slowly by slowly, I found myself with like a line of 20 skincare products taking care of different skincare issues. So for me, it's all about listening to what my clients tell me and the issues that they have, and then taking care of that, bringing them new products. Right. So it's been a very interesting journey because you have so many clients with so many different issues. But for me, I love the challenge. And the one thing that I love about my job is when a client comes to me with, like, let's say, for example, like serious acne, and after like a couple of months, it's flawless. Yeah. For me, that just makes my job so worth it.
And it's happening.
It's fantastic. It's just, I love it. It's happening every day.
All right.
I love it.
Beautiful. Let's talk about quality control, because that's crucial, especially with what it is that you do. Because you are not going to work on someone and perhaps tell them that this is your kind of skin, this is your type of skin, I would recommend this, or perhaps I tell you go now to Rose and you know, this is what she should tell you and all that. And then there's some element of, inconsistency, especially with the kind of products that we have on board. I mean, how do you make sure that, well, as an entity or perhaps as a space, that, you know what, we get to complement this whole industry, because it's quite a huge industry, that I will come to an esthetician and then I will go to the next level, and then now finally I'm going to buy a product that is supposed to work for me, and I go back to the esthetician. Yeah?
It's a hard
that
name.
one. For the longest time, I have hosted, skin consultants, and I always have a problem with that. How do you make sure that there's an element of, standardized across quality control?
So what happens as an esthetician, this is what you do. We walk the journey with you. And like you said, some people might fall off during the treatment and stuff. But what we do, I personally, I'll give you 40%. The 60% comes from you. So one thing first, you need to be very disciplined. That's key number one. You will not walk into my spa and tell me, I want my acne cured within 2 weeks. That's impossible. That's impossible. And I'll tell you point blank, 40%, you're going to get it from me. Are we going to walk the journey together or not? If you feel like, I don't know, I'm not sure, yes, there are those challenges because things keeps on changing. But another thing that we do is we encourage our client, because your skin is also what you consume. Your body is what you consume. So as much as we see acne, we see hyperpigmentation, there are causes to that. No one was born with acne. No one was born with pigmentation. There are some conditions people are born with, like eczema, which is manageable, not treatable, but manageable. But things like acne and pigmentation, those are things that we treat and we take care of them and we give results as long as someone is committed to it.
All right. Back to quality control, and still on that matter, because it's one thing to get quality products. It's one for another for a person to be patient enough until this works for them. But most of the times you will buy products and you're told you read it and it says the next day you will wake up glowing and all that. And I mean, most of the times clients would really want to get to experience that. What would you say about the inconsistencies that we get to witness in the industry, and especially in the question of quality? So
number one, there's too many quacks out there. That's a problem. Number one, giving the wrong products, giving the wrong information. So at times a client will come and ask you, give me a guarantee when I buy this product, I'm going to look like you. You cannot give guarantees like that, because you see, like she said about skin, number one, the skin is alive, right? Treatable, depends on like what you're talking about. But then, like she said, it's a journey. Sometimes you go, and even with acne, you go, like the client, you get results, and then you
relapse of sorts.
Exactly, you relapse, like even 10 steps backwards. Again, some clients will go, And like the first thing I ask clients is, what are you using? Like bring the products during a consultation.
Yeah.
So they will bring like mkorogos,
Yes.
stuff that they went and someone just made as they were seated right there. So I'll be like, throw this away. When you go with this, please do not mix. They go back because, you know, it's sometimes with like the mkorogos, there's an addiction. Just like drugs, there's an addiction.
Right.
So that's the other thing. Sometimes clients might not be honest with like what they are doing. So they go, they come back to you, oh, I'm using your products, but they're not working. I'm like, are you sure you followed through? So it's when it comes to this, it's very tricky because you cannot follow clients to their houses. Right? So for me, it's to give you advice, to give you good products, to give you good services, and then I keep following up. But again, with the client, it's like a give and take, right?
Would we say there's something like irreversible skin damage that you get hyperpigmentation at that peak level, and there's never going to be an about turn?
More about bleaching.
Yeah.
The bleaching part.
Okay.
Especially when you see a client comes in and with the green veins, sometimes I look at a client and I'm like, I can't help you.
Oh, yeah.
You're just honest with them. Like, we can reverse some of the damage, but I cannot promise you like 100%, even 50% I can promise.
Even with proper skincare?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. There are some people who walk into my spa and you turn them down.
Yeah.
There's nothing
You turn down the money.
The only thing you can do is, okay, like she said, something to do with bleaching.
Yeah.
If someone comes to me and they've bleached, I cannot touch them. I can only manage their sensitivity, and of which it's not at the spa. So the sensitivity you manage at home.
Yeah.
So I tell you, stop everything that you're doing. Let's now work on the sensitivity. Because one thing about those bleaching products, they really thin your skin completely. So your skin becomes very tender. There's nothing I can do. I touch it, boom. It's
probably
it's another
worse,
problem.
Yeah? Well, ladies, allow us to take a short break, and we just want to come back and understand how lucrative is this business. Why is it that Agnes, felt it right to join the beauty world? And when we're talking about beauty, let it be remembered that it's beyond makeup. Yeah, it goes all the way to just how you take care of your skin, and that's the conversation that we're having this evening on Her Say. Keep the comments coming. We'll be sampling them later on. The hashtag, as always, is Her Say at TV47KE across all our social media platforms at Linda_Lela 22047 is the SMS short code. We'll come back with this conversation some more after this break.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue. Mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking,
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
to finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
as well as we still have the ladies here. Call them Madam CEOs. Call them the bosses. And
We are both
that is
from
the
Meru.
dream of every other person who gets into the space.
Did you hear what she said?
What did you say?
We are both from Meru.
You're both
Meru women, we don't play with beauty.
I mean, we had to put that disclaimer, you know, right? That's why the name Tongondu is quite a tongue twister. At least I managed to, you know, pronounce it. Rose, yes. Rose is the boss of Makeup by Rose. Yes. And we also have the boss of Thrive Beauty Spa right here in Nairobi, who is Maureen, the ladies that are speaking to us about beauty. But you know, Mr. Danganya, because also Marians, you know, Mary ladies are beautiful. Naturally they are, and therefore sometimes they are just beautiful and you're struggling thinking that they're doing good skincare. No. It is just their beauty. So they'd better tell us the truth this evening so that we don't all think that we want to look at like them and then you try something in vain. Ladies, you'd better tell us the truth. But yes, even as, Agi, do you want to say something to us and tell us what it is that you're doing? Just have your mic so that you can tell us what it is that you are doing this evening.
I'm Agnes for Makeup by Rose. I'm a beautician, skin advisor.
Let's have the mic up. Yes, you are kusikia vizuri. Skin advisor, right?
Yeah, and I'm so grateful to have this chance. Actually, I love women empowerment forums, and I believe beauty is one of it. That's why I take every moment I get to enhance beauty in a natural way, whereby mwanamke anajihisi like the confidence comes from within, and the moment you do something on the face, inakuwa even more natural, the smile and the everything.
You know, one thing is for sure, me without my makeup, I have like my confidence level is, I don't know, here, you know? And sometimes you find yourself wanting to explain that, usijali leo sina makeup, usijali you're looking. But in real sense, you know, really makeup, there's something about makeup. And there's actually something that I have noticed recently about good skin, you know, good skin. And it's also without makeup, you can just do your gloss and you're home and dry. And everyone keeps asking you, unapaka nini and all that, and you just don't know how to answer those questions. Sometimes you actually want to lie to them because you don't want everybody else to look beautiful. Why are we so mean when it comes to dishing out this information?
I think it's a women's thing.
Because
most women are scared. Women, we are selfish.
We are.
We are naturally selfish.
When it comes to beauty,
So sitaki kukuambia nini natumia uende ukae kama mimi. It's just something that I think women are born with. I don't want to say that.
You stay worlds apart. Hatutakutana.
Yeah, and people will lie. I just drink water. Oh, sijui I do what.
But also I get that a lot because every time I'm working on my clients, they tell me, Maureen, unatudanganya. I'm like, imagine, no? Good skin will sell itself.
Right.
With or without makeup.
Okay.
It will sell itself. And any woman who wants a good skin, they will do anything to have it. So despite me not telling you everything, I'll tell you try and have the basic. Have a cleanser.
So you don't tell us everything?
No, I will that's my work. Okay. I'll tell you.
Yes.
But also, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. But I tell someone, have the basic. You cannot have nothing. Have the basic. Have a cleanser, have a moisturizer, have a sunscreen. And then as we proceed, we add more. Slowly, remember I said, it's baby steps.
Yeah.
You can't have everything at a go. I personally, there's things I don't use on a daily basis.
Right.
I use them on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. So skin keeps on changing day by day. Every 28 to 35 days in a month, your skin changes.
Right.
So what do you use during that time? So as much as she's saying women are selfish, we also need to love ourselves. Yeah, and we also need to, when you see someone with a bad skin, just advice. Don't just keep quiet, keep it to yourself. Advice.
You know, most of the men, and right behind, this is what they're saying, umekuwa very expensive because of skincare. Now you're going to tell me this product, this product, this product. The least I can cough in one sale, one buying, is like 20,000. Just how expensive is this piece if I want to look good, really?
No, this is the thing. For me, who manufactures, the raw materials are so expensive.
Okay.
In the past, in 2023, I think the taxes on cosmetics went up 5 times.
Yeah.
Now, like for me, like 3 of my raw materials we import. So it's really not us wanting money that much.
Yeah.
It's like we have to make a buck at the end of the day. So urembo ina gharama yake, si cheap,
si mchezo.
Si mchezo.
Cheap is expensive as well.
This is why
but there's also cheap product in the market. How much is that affecting?
Now, there's I think what you're talking about is counterfeits, right? Ile mwitu.
Yeah, mwitu zimejaa
So now, mwitu is really, because this is the thing, and I think she'll tell you this, people go to mwitu and then come to us for us to fix whatever problems that are caused by the mwitu.
Which we can't.
Exactly. So number one, it actually, for me, when a client comes to me that, anakwambia mimi natumianga mwitu, another one will come and tell you, I use this brand, lakini ni fake.
Right.
They actually know. This is the thing. Women do not know what they are using. They know. But then they will run to us to come for us to fix it, which is, and sometimes some of the damage caused, it's irreversible. You cannot do anything about it.
Yes.
So for me, what I do is, because honestly, women are not honest. Like she said, she will come and tell you this is not, this is what I'm using, and in real sense, that is not what they're using.
Yeah.
So skin analysis, that's key number one. When you go to a doctor with a stomach pain, what do they tell you? Go and do a test. Let me know where the problem is.
Yeah.
So when you come to me, I'll do a proper skin analysis. And slowly by slowly, I'll be interrogating one by one, what do you use? And from that conversation, you know, at that point, you're very vulnerable. So you'll tell me, but you'll not know what you're telling me. It's something that I can put one and one together. Then I'll ask you, have you tried this in the last 3 months or in the last 6 months? And then you're like, yeah, there's something I bought and I've tried it. It worked for 2 months, and then after 3 months, it stopped. So there and there, I tell you, what you've been using has been doing some damage on your skin. So it's something that even us, when we're doing the service, we really have to dig deep. And you, as client, you also have to be very honest. So, somewhere on the way, you'll have to. And if I come across something I feel has been doing you damage, I'll be very honest with you. I'll tell you, I'm sorry, I can't continue.
At what age does one then need to begin skincare? And let's not overlook the men as well, who will always tell you, mimi bora nimepaka petroleum jelly yangu, I am home and dry.
At the age of 16.
At the age of 16?
Yeah, I'm recently working on a very young girl. She's, I think, 16, turning 17. She's battling acne. And it's everyone will battle acne at that particular moment. But it's something that is manageable. Don't wait for it to be too bad for you to seek treatment. Yeah, so at the age of 16, you can start working on it, but very mild, because this is someone who is going through transition. So at the age of 20, 25, their skin will transit to something else. So at the age of 16, you're going to go.
Right.
Yeah, but something very minimal under supervision.
Great. And so as we talk about evolution, Rose, you'll agree with me that perhaps when you began, you must have wished that you remained the three of you in the market, that anything that you know is about beauty should come through your hands. But over time, left, right, and center, everybody else who wants to have a skill, an extra skill away from the 8 to 5 job, they want to understand beauty, they want to understand makeup. Let's talk about the aspect of competition. And now that you say it's pretty much difficult to sustain the manufacturing aspect.
Now, for me, it's actually different for me. Because I train more than 300 students per month.
Okay.
So, like when I started, that was one of the questions that people used to ask. Rose, you're not scared. You're making too many other little roses.
Okay.
And for me, I thought about it and I was like, you know, I love because this is the thing. We have like almost 55 million Kenyans, right? Most of them are women. Now, for me as Makeup by Rose, who's been there for like 16 years, how many women do I know? You have your makeup done, right? I don't even know who did it. Right? So there's no competition. That's the one thing people need to understand. There is no competition in the beauty industry. Once you get started, the people that you know, the people that are around you, the women that you know are your potential clients. That's where you start. You start with your family, your aunties, so and so, because I cannot do makeup on like 30 million women. And you know, we have others finishing high school, others finishing college. So it's like a big pie. It's like a very big pie. Only a small piece has been taken. So this is why I train, because I know there's money in this industry and there's a piece for everyone.
Let's talk about monetizing the industry, because it's one thing to just work on your sister and they look good, or work on another person and they go out there. But I can tell you for free that perhaps as time goes by, Agi will want to set up an Agi Spa in beauty somewhere. Just how is it like in terms of monetizing this space?
Like she said, the market is big. What is yours, what is mine is mine. And we can't have it all of us. We have to learn how to share. So if she decides to open hers, well and good. And we say, kizuri chajiuza. Yeah, so my work will sell itself.
Yeah.
Agi's work will sell itself. Rose's work will sell itself. Yeah, so it's a matter of mastering your art. What are you good at? What are you passionate at? If you're passionate about makeup, do it. If you're passionate about just lashes, do lashes.
Right.
If you're passionate about eyebrows, do the eyebrows. If you're passionate about skincare, do skincare. And then if you get to a point whereby you feel skincare, I'm done with it after 5 years, leave that, venture into something else. Yeah, so it's a matter of knowing what you're good at and knowing what you're passionate about.
If there's a market that is free, it must be the beauty market. Just what needs to be done for us to get some element of regulation? And I know the government has attempted to regulate that when you say, you know, by taxing it like five times, you know, more. But then again, you just want to make sure that we have a level ground, if not, you know, at least a balanced ground, in the sense that if I'm going to come to you, and this is the hoping that you're going to charge me, that maybe the other person is not going to sell low, that if someone is going to come and get your product, that at least we have to have some level of good quality products around. So how do we make sure that we shut off the discrepancies and create a balance?
For that, it's a matter of understanding. That's one thing first I'll say. Understand what are you working with? Who are you working with? If you come to me, it's because you've either seen my work and you want to walk the journey with me. If you go to Rose, you've seen her work and you want to walk with her. What I tell my client is, don't come to me and try me and then you go to someone else and try, and then you go to someone else and try. There's a lot of, because when you visit me and then you go to someone else, by the time that person gets to know what I'm working with, it's all 10 steps behind. So when you start working with me, be loyal to me and I'll be loyal to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The coming in of social media, it wasn't as so much so active or so much so used back then.
Yeah.
But over time that has evolved.
Yeah.
How has it come in to perhaps shape the standards of beauty, not just for Makeup by Rose, but generally?
So social media, like when I started, it was really confusing. We didn't know what to do. You remember, like when Facebook came, we just thought of the face.
Yes.
You know? But then we actually realized you can actually make money on social media. So social media has two sides to it. It has the positive and the negative. So number one, like we had spoken about earlier, it's very easy to get even the wrong information right now. Everyone is a guru in everything.
Right.
So it's very hard, especially if you're starting out on beauty and skincare, for you to be able to figure out. That's why she said, do your research first before you start buying products and doing stuff like that. You know? No, I got lost.
Oh, no, it's fine. Well, it's in the social media space. Yes.
So social media is like, for me, it made me who I am today because of the marketing part and stuff like that. But then again, like the one thing that I tell my students is tread carefully. Social media can break you.
Yeah.
You see the way these days social media, people try to bully you and stuff like that. So if you're going to get into social media as a business, as a company, you have to know what you want and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, you have to know, like once you go, there's no going back.
Right.
And then you have to know when starting out, people are going to bully you and stuff like that. So like for me, I had to do a lot of research. I have to do so much research. Like there's one lady, she was a skincare guru. She still is. Her name is Dr. Irene Joroge. That woman, I used to see her write articles in the Daily Nation. I love the way she gave information. So I really wanted to stick with her. I stuck with her for 1 year just to get the information. So number one, you need to get the knowledge. For you who's using products and for you who wants to start this as a business, you really need, you getting the information is everything. For example, if Agnes wanted to start this business tomorrow, she's like, I want to open my place tomorrow. For her to be successful, you have to research, to do a lot of research on both skincare, on makeup, on trends, on what works, on what doesn't work. So that's what we did. Okay. So social media is a big thing, but has both negative and positive.
The positive to it. I'm glad that you mentioned Agi, and I can hear her spraying the it's called a makeup
setting spray.
So the setting spray. It's as if she's done already. We want to hear how far you are. Yes. You're done?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like makeup for...
This is a very simple look.
Nice.
You can do it on it's an office look.
Nice.
You can do it when you're going for a meeting, you know. daily activities. Yeah, it's very mild and like evil too.
All right, that's nice. And you know, there are a lot of, you know, kind of makeup that you'd use on different occasions, and that is one thing that we understand. For TV, it's a whole different thing. For the weddings, it's a whole different thing. That looks pretty good. You didn't tell us the name of your model, did you?
Oh no.
She's all rosy and looking good, but what's her name?
She's Gladys, one of my colleagues at Makeup by Rose.
Ah, no, that's good. All right, we're going to come back later so we get to know just what are some of the basics that one needs to have now that you speak about the office. Because, well, if I am going to go to the office looking good, I won't be coming to you every morning. At least not everybody comes to you every morning. But what are some of the basics? But before then, let's come back to you. Do it yourself is pretty much a common thing today. And the social media is there to as well guide us through. And so I'll just put my YouTube video and I'll begin getting the steps and all that, and especially even with the question of skincare.
Yeah.
How much does this affect the, you know, enterprising bit of makeup? And so much so, just how much do people get this gist, you know, as should be?
There are things I tell people, 90% you can't do it yourself. You have to be helped, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
10% you can. So the 90%, that is where us we come in. Because when it comes to services, I cannot tell you to, let's say, microneedle yourself. I've been in the skincare industry for God knows how long, since 2007. There are services I can't give myself. There are services I can, there are other services I can't. So do it yourself, it's a risk. That one, it's a risk.
It's a risk.
Because you do not know, when you lie on that bed and I'm doing microneedling to you, you do not know what moves I'm using, what needle I'm supposed to use on your face, at what depth can I go. So some things I tell people, don't try.
You know, I will say guilty as charged.
Wow.
With this thing of saying that you can do your own, you know, facial at home. And every other time I'm doing it for myself, I'll always have a mark, you know, that extra mark.
You are the people I feel like.
But sometimes you go to the professional and it turns out to be perfect. So I agree. Let's respect the professionals, especially when it comes to this.
And also another thing I tell people, because when you're doing that facial for yourself, do you know, like for example, you're supposed to exfoliate yourself. What do you exfoliate yourself with? People are in that trend of scrub. And back in the days, people used to believe scrub has to have those granules, like, you know, unawasha sufuria. You know, those things are gone. They're no longer there.
Right.
So why using them on your face?
Wow, interesting. There you go. So once in a while, just go to an expert, and perhaps monthly. It will save you a great deal, because at the end of the day, we all need to look good. Technology and the advancements that we get to witness today, that, you know, maybe back then we used to do steaming with towels. Today, it's a whole different affair. What do you make of it?
I was actually just thinking about steaming right now.
You know, literally, you know, the way you want to even lie.
Like I've gotten clients who are like, Rose, you know, this is the thing. If you use a powder, let's say, for example, a setting powder, and you look good, they end up adding more. Steam wanafunika na blanketi for 30 minutes.
Yes.
This is the thing.
When we do that, we do all these things
that clients don't understand.
Yes.
You know, like even if you go to a sauna, if you're steaming, you should not do it more than 15 minutes. It changes the pH of your skin. It can actually kill you.
All right.
You should never do it 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. Because unasikianga ni kama hata mtu amekuwa moto. So this is the thing. Get the information before uanze kujifunika na ile blanketi. So this is the thing. When a client does something and it works hata kidogo, they want to do it more.
More and more.
If they use a powder, for example, like powders have talc.
Yes.
You know, like talc is one of the ingredients is in baby powders. This is why it keeps the baby dry.
Okay.
So in cosmetics, they put it in smaller quantities. So it still has talc. So now, this is the thing. The more you put, the more it dehydrates your skin. So when it comes to like for me, when I do my makeup in the morning, I only touch up one more time during the day. So for other women, it's like 25 times throughout the day. Now what's happening is your skin is not even breathing. And then number two, the talc is sucking out the moisture from your skin. So please get the information. So like this is, I'm sure she has a lot of those challenges. So a client will come and be like, I'm like, what happened? Like we were good 2 weeks ago. Aki Rose, I went and did this. Aki Rose, I went and did this. So it's a huge challenge, which for us, because I think we've been doing it for a while, sometimes I laugh. You know, a client anakuja mbona ulifanya Aki Rose, best yangu aliniambia sijui nini. And then there's this other thing of, this is the other thing, like I see you wearing that and you look nice, and then I'm like, what product is that? number one, your skin type is different.
Guilty as charged.
You know, like it ends up messing you completely. Right. So like she said, what works for me doesn't work for her. Yeah. So please get that expert opinion before you get started in your makeup and skincare journey.
That's true.
Yes.
And we tend to so much like products that are imported, and it's fine. Perhaps we still have a long way in terms of making sure that we get the right products back in the country. What would you advise people to do, especially when it comes to this talk of, you know what, do it with natural products, you know, use what, okay, fine, you don't have to buy it expensive, you can use your lemon and it works just perfect, you know. So, recently, the latest I did was coffee granules, and you're trying to scrub your skin. And well, that's what we are advised. And perhaps it seems like it would work good because then they have no effects.
I tell people, you want to go the natural way?
Yeah.
Eat those things. Don't put them
Exactly. Okay. I love that.
Polite reminder.
You want lemon?
Yeah.
Drink your lemon water. You want coffee? Drink your coffee.
All right.
Don't put it on your face.
So all this mixing of honey, sugar, and all that.
You know why? Because she's into production.
Yeah.
You don't know the formulation.
That's what I wanted to say.
You do not.
You see, now this is the thing. I heard you talking about coffee and stuff like that. You'll have a client go. There's a client of mine who went to Mombasa. She was actually a student. So she was attending a wedding, like a Swahili wedding.
Right.
So before the bride had said they were to get this Swahili, I don't know if it's natural facials or something. Let me tell you, until today, it's been like 14 years. She's still suffering. Yeah. So now this is the thing. I'm very good with formulations, but I'm not a chemist. Yes. You understand? Yeah. So for me, before I get the finished product, I first go to a chemist and be like, this is what I want, this is how I want my product to be like. The chemist will create the formulation. Chemist niya anasema, your lemon 2%. Right. He 1%. Me, I don't know. Yeah. You understand? Like, I know the ingredients that I want, like, I'm not a chemist. And then you take it to the manufacturer. This is the one thing that people don't understand. So when you go home and take 2 glasses of honey and coffee and mix all that, number one, you're overburdening your skin. Okay. With every ingredient, you need to use vitu kidogo kidogo, and only a chemist knows this. Okay? Yeah. Like I repeat, I'm very good in formulations, but I'm not a chemist.
Because also, even when you're doing treatment, let's say you're doing a microneedling treatment. Yeah. Let's say, for example, we use a serum. That serum has to have a quantity of what I'm supposed to use the entire face. Yeah. We say 2 ml or 2.5. That is what your skin is supposed to consume. So when you go home and squeeze your lemon and honey and turmeric, do you know how much your face is supposed to consume? Do you know? So please, take your water, drink it. We tell people, what is on vitamin C? It's lemon, it's citric. If you want to have that effect of vitamin C, drink your orange juice. Go and buy your product for vitamin C. If you want mandelic acid, for example, or something with glycolic acid, go to the shop, get a professional to advise you. If you feel you're not well satisfied, go and take your sugar cane. On the way, you're walking home, consume your sugar cane. That is glycolic acid. Yeah, it's what it is that you consume. Wow, beautiful. We have about 5 minutes to close this, and it being a women's show, it's important that we also speak to the women. I mean, this talk of we are our own enemies, this talk of, oh, you just look at a makeup artist and you want to look down upon them. We need to appreciate this as a profession that is perhaps doing good and you know, of course, bringing food into the tables of numerous ladies. Are you satisfied with what it is that Agnes has done?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah? I'm good.
Right, you know, I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret that every time she kept on checking there, even during the break, she had to cross over to that other side just to make sure that it is exactly what it is that they want it to be. Agi, what are the basics that I should have, you know, as a lady, a beginner, you know? Sometimes nowadays I'm told that you at least have your gloss, make sure that your eyebrows are looking good. What are the basics that I should have there?
Okay, for a beginner, most of all, you need to know your skin because every product has a different formulation. So ukipata kama ni foundation, there's the mattifying one and the oil-based. So kila mtu na skin yake, product bado ni different.
That's true.
So I would advise mtu mwenye anaanza, you see a beautician, ataku-advise. Na kama we ni mtu wa makeup, you still need a skincare. It's very essential. Before you do anything, skincare is the first thing you do before makeup and everything. Then for a daily look, you only need a brow kit and maybe a powder. Foundation, it's the way it's formulated, it's not for daily use.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, some of us tend to use foundation on
so-
daily,
I'm
and it's
so
because
proud
of
of
what
you.
it is that we do. But we do good skincare. Let's just say that. Disclaimer. So ladies, here we are, her say, in relation to how we get to support ourselves, in relation to just how we get to appreciate what it is that we do, and especially in this space of beauty. And I'll tell you this, the poster circulated like no one's business. And that's when I got to know that, you know, the beauty industry in the country is quite of a web. These people tend to appreciate and love each other, and they're constantly using products from within themselves.
True.
So as we sum it up,
Yeah.
in relation to support and appreciation.
For women or
Yes,
for the
for women,
industry?
and basically, of course, this kind of job.
Number one, what I'll say is there's a lot of hating about the industry. Like I remember I put up a post and someone said, Rose, kazi yako ni ya shetani, Mungu alituumba vizuri, sijui nini.
This poster? This poster?
No.
Oh,
Another
one.
So listen, I am not here to change how anyone looks. That's not my job. That's not my job. For me, is to use beauty, my skill, my business, to empower women. And how do you empower a woman? Linda, if today you woke up in the morning, I saw you and I said, Linda, you look beautiful, that's the only thing that will ring in your head. So this is, for us, for me, I am beauty with a difference. So I use this to empower women, and if I make a woman look good, she can conquer the world.
Beautiful. Maureen.
For me, as a service provider, it's all about, like she said, it's enhancing. So her being able to just put on makeup on your face and you look beautiful. For me, I want the days you're not wearing makeup. Can you wear your skin like that and feel confident? And your self-confidence is there? I want you to have that. I want you to walk to any chama women, any chama, anywhere, and people are wondering, oh, Linda, you stopped wearing makeup. What happened? That is what I want you to have. I want every woman, wear your makeup every day, but what is underneath your makeup? When you remove your makeup in the evening, you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Behind the makeup, what do you see? And how do you feel about it? And just take care of your skin, because it will take care of you.
And if your makeup is going to sync right, this is for sure. Out of what I have seen, is when your skin
is good.
Is
taken care of.
You know, ladies, I used to do a morning show, a daily show, Monday to Friday, and I was lucky enough to get professional makeup every day. So I had no problem with how I was looking until that day I began doing the night shows, like twice a week. And then so that entire week, it means you don't have to do makeup. So then that's when I'm actually thinking, my skin has to look good. Because you'll actually find it difficult coming to the office without makeup. Because then you're like, yeah, seen a makeup. I hope they do not think I look bad. And that statement that you say, that someone looks at you in the morning and they tell you look good, your skin is glowing, is heavenly. We have to close it. We have to close at this very point. And this is my struggle, because then I'm wondering, how am I going to pronounce the word esthetician? I got it right. Maureen Nyaga, thank you so much for speaking to us. Also the CEO of Thrive Beauty and Spa right here in Nairobi. And Rose Tundu. I got it right as well. CEO and founder of Makeup by Rose. Equally, Agi, thank you so much for, you know, just working on your clients as well, whom you say is your colleague, Asante Sana, as well, for that beautiful, you know, makeup. But then again, it's just a way of us getting to have some life on the set, but of importance, reminding you that it's important for you to look good, and that even as beauty evolves, please try along and swing with that. Thank you so much. My name is Linda Alela. We get to see you again tomorrow on To The Point, but for now, it's a wrap. Do have yourself a lovely, lovely night.